Good night, everyone. Today, I'm going to be doing a mukbang, but you won't be seeing my fucking food. Because then you're going to be judging like, oh my god, like, why are you eating pig's feet? Why are you eating pig liver? Like, this is something that I just do, okay? So, this is going to be a mukbang, but without the muck. Or is that the bomb? Whatever, okay? Today, we're going to be reacting to... no, not that. We're going to be reacting to gay prison stories in a men's prison, of course. If you don't know, there is a lot of raping and anal. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? There is a lot of hidden gay people within prisons, specifically men prisons, and they're the people who act like they're not gay, but the same people that be just doing the gayest shit in prison. Like, a famous term of this is don't drop the soap, because when you drop the soap, you bend over and you're using soap because you're in the shower, which requires you to be naked. And if you drop the soap and you don't ever shower by yourself in prison, and if you bend over, your cheeks are going to spread and somebody might stick it in. And that's a term that I've always heard growing up. I didn't obviously know why exactly what that meaning was, but when I realized that, I was just like, damn, you're going to get taken advantage of if you're a guy and you're slim and you just look like easy to... Actually, we're not even going to say that. We're just going to be reacting to prison stories and no script involved, okay? While eating pig's feet and, pig liver and all that shit in today's video, okay? All over TikTok, I've heard some really disgusting and weird stories on how people get taken advantage of in male prisons. And I'm just so grateful that I'm not a man, because I will go to prison one point in my life, okay? Because all the shit I've done, there's no way I'm not going to go to prison, okay? And I'm just so grateful that I won't get sent to a man's prison. Like, that's honestly federal, non-federal. Like, I asked my dad, because he went to a federal or something like that, and he claimed he didn't see a lot of shit. Bitch, like, I see a lot of shit in the streets that's fucked up and terrible. Imagine what's going on in fucking prison. So don't give me that, oh, it's federal, oh, I didn't go to, I forgot the other one, like heavily, whatever the case may be. Fucked up shit goes on in prison, whether it's federal or not. And everyone has seen some or heard some gay, wild stories in male's prison. And I'm just going to react to it. So there's this guy, and he's just, like, saying the story. But he's going to say that fucking story, bitch. And we're going to listen. And we're not going to judge. Actually, yeah, I'm going to be judging a lot. Alright, let's go. You see that shit right there? This is the video we're going to be reacting to. So, wait. Oh my god. Hold on. This is the setup. If you're wondering. Let's get into it.
Getting out the shower, I'm drying. So dude walk over, he say, hey, let me get them drawers on. Let me get them boxes. I said, man, you got me f***ed up.
Man, once again, we are back with another episode of Prison Stories 101. Man, y'all asked for him, so we right back to it, man. Ice Gizzle back in the building, man. How you doing, sir?
What's happening, homie? What's happening?
One thing that I want to say, every time we get these prison stories kicked off, we always talk about, of course, the who, what, when, why, where. We already been through that. But, we talk about how much time you did. For those that don't know, again, you served at a lot of different units, a lot of different times. How many times did you end up serving a prison sentence?
3 major times. There was a lot of small times in between times, but 3 major times, a 5, a 7, and a 10.
The last time was the last time.
The last time was the last time.
Did you?
They gonna have to kill me, homie.
Yeah, I'm about to say
going back.
Yeah, like what is the mindset after getting out that third final stretch? Like, what is your mindset? Like, even when you see a lick in front of you, like that could possibly land you back into the system.
Done seen, but it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's a setup in the making. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is by design.
Recidivism, where you get out.
A lot of people don't realize that the judges, the lawyers, the jailers, all this is a revolving door for you to walk into and become a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a paycheck now. You're not a human being. You are a paycheck. Once I snatch hold of you one time, you're just like a hamster in the cage. You're steady running, but ain't going nowhere. Mm. But your money is going into my pocket. Because to get to the judge, you got to get to the bailiffs. I mean, what do you call them people? Bail bondsmen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For the judge to let you go, a decision has to be made. So now the DA and the prosecutor is involved. And for you to have some type of say-so, like you are a human being, you need a lawyer. So they create all this, you know what I'm saying, as we say, for job security. And them was some smart motherfuckers, bro. When they did that, they knew what they was doing. Because it's a door that'll never close, and now one of them will ever stall. Mm. And it's shit that they can pass on to their churn, and generations to come.
How intertwined are the bail bondsmen, the bailiffs, the judges, the lawyers? Like, it seems like they all, it's just a regular work day for them. Yeah. And they can already just talk about what's going to happen with a man's life.
You'd be surprised. You go in Red Lobster sometimes and see, like, damn, is that Judge Cahoots right there? Sitting with attorney or DA or such, and come to find out this is his daughter-in-law, this is his auntie, that's his nephew, and this, that, and the third. And these the same people that got your life in their hands. Sitting with the same person and stuff, that all you got to do is hit that damn gavel and your life is gone in an instant. Because of a mistake that only God can judge you by.
Thanks. That's real. For a man to judge your life and cage you like an animal, we have to really sit down and look at that. Does a prison number follow you each bid?
You get a different one each time unless you didn't finish the last one and you was on probation. So if you're on a probationary period after getting out and you don't make it and you don't catch a new charge, then you come back up under that old number. But let's say you did go out there and you finished that and you caught a new charge, or you're not finished with that and you caught a new charge. Then you come back under both, because you're going to finish out what you had. They're going to clear the ropes on that. And then now this is your new charge.
It seems like the prison system is the only.
So you're going to be seeing a lot of back and forth if it gets that gruesome. You're going to see me unpause and then pause because my muting mic is not working, so I can just click the goddamn button so you don't have to see me click the mic so you can hear me speak. Because I need to update this fucking computer. Also, my phone broke because I got 2 phones. Actually, I have like 4, but I have 2 in my house. One for work and one to act like bitch. But that's the one just to act like, that's like kind of is my main phone because I do everything on that, even though I don't make business calls on there anymore. Just so I don't go to prison, okay? Because women's prisons, but it's never as bad as the men's prison. But yeah, so what he said about literally them judges, all they gotta do is hit that fucking gavel and your life is over on whatever terms they say. That's real though. But like, I used to say, like, if you go to prison, bitch, you got caught, and this is what you deserve, all right? Because you got caught. But, I mean, I'm like, this is actually, hold on, this is why I was like, why are you complaining about something you got caught? Like, because I've never got caught on, like, any of, like, the really bad stuff that I've done in my life. Like, the police never, like, the FBI was on it, of course, but they never caught, like, me. And they never will. Until like 10 years later, when I start to get sloppy and, full of myself. That's why I think I'm going to go to prison. One day, no, I don't want to go to prison. It's just how my life is going to turn out. You're also going to be hearing a lot of meowing, because this little boy, for real, like, anyways, yeah, that's real. Like, these judges really don't give a fuck, okay? Because literally there's a study shown that if it's like, if this judge, like, them, I forgot what this is, but I think it's like a civil court or something like that, where this judge, like, can do multiple cases in a day. And obviously, deciding a verdict, which is guilty or not, it's hard to do in general, okay? Because one mistake, bitch, you're out. But so there's a study showing that a judge that does more cases, like towards the end, like not in the beginning, they get frustrated and they just do guilty just because they can, okay? That's because they don't want to put no more effort, because they just did like 18 cases, so like they don't want to put extra thought into it and just want to be like, okay, you're guilty. That's actually studies shown, alright? And like the atmosphere, like if it's like too cold on that, it was actually insane. Like if you're like the 17th case that day for that judge, it's like 99% you're going to be guilty, no matter if there is a little evidence against you, whether there's a lot of evidence against you, just because that judge is just tired and you're at the 17th case instead of the first case where the judge actually is paying attention, because it's like, you're getting started in your day, and then at the end of your day you become exhausted, whatever, and that's what the study was. So it's actually crazy how literally a random man, a random judge, random person decides how you spend your years. But this is, if you're in court, bitch, you done some fucked up shit. So I'm not even gonna say like I should feel bad, but like I'm just like, that's crazy though. So like, even if you did a bad thing, like this random person don't know your life story, get the papers of like determine what you did, these evidence, and they're gonna, no, not really them, it's the jury, but them working together. And jury, you don't even see the jury most of the time. Alright, you don't even, like, they just be hidden in the back, and those are the people who like actually be making decisions. But the judge, like, whatever. But those people, you don't know them, they don't know you like that, and they're gonna make your final fucking, whether you spend your whole life behind bars, half of it, which is technically your whole life still, because if you're spending 18 years, 10 years, bitch, that's your whole life. It's actually crazy how that shit works, but hopefully when I get in prison, the bitches will understand, like, I had to do this for all, like.
Only system where you're identified by a number. Every other job position, every other sport, everything else, you got a name. A name could be said, but in the prison, it's identified by number.
They call you offender. They don't walk around and say, wait, Johnson. They go, inmate, offender, 26-27-01-1903. And that gets your attention.
So you have to remember your number when that's called.
You would want to if you want your mail, you want your medication, or you want to go to visitation, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to be processed in and out, go to medical and this and that. You would want to. You got a card, you know what I'm saying? That's around your neck, like a dog tag. You know how the white folks do their pretty little dogs and stuff, put the little tag on them. They're found lost.
He looks like a rat. He looks like the rat from, a fat rat from Ratatouille. That just works. Hold on. And like, I don't know why I do this, but like, I compare like every person I see to an animal. Like if they look like an animal. That's just what I do. Like, I think I look like a dog, or like, I don't know, like a cat or something. But that's what I do. Like, comment down below if you do that. Like, first person you see, like, you compare it to like an animal. I don't know why I do that, but I just do that. But but he really does look like a fucking rat with his teeth. But I mean, like, how do you expect the people who work in these prisons they obviously, like, you did some fucked up shit to be in a prison. So it's not like you deserve your names to be called if you, like, murdered a family of 4. But this, what that does, okay, which is, like, how do you expect them? But, like, it does have, like, some bad effects. Like, somebody who's just been in prison in and out, and people don't see them as human, so they feel like, I don't see you as human, so I'm going to keep on doing these fucked up acts because nobody treats me like a human being, especially behind bars. That's what's going to show that person. Like, they're going to show, well, I'm not even considered a human in the justice system, or whatever the case may be, so I don't give a fuck, and I'm just going to continue what I'm doing because nobody gives a fuck about me. The judge sends me on, or like the jury and the judge sends me to something that is way out of proportion, because that happens too. And then I'm not even getting called by my name, getting treated like shit, because obviously you get treated and shit in prison. Whether it be the inmates or the guards, the prison guards, like, you get treated and shit like shit. Right? Because you technically are shit if you're sitting in prison. Unless you're like the 100% that's innocent in a jail full of guilty. But yeah, I understand why I can, like, yeah, like, people, like, a name is so simple. You might think, like, okay, bitch, I don't give a fuck if you don't know my name. But, like, if you don't know if I'm not even getting called by the name I was given at birth, I'm being called as numbers and being treated like an animal, that's going to teach me to keep on doing fucked up shit. But if they actually, in prison, like, you're supposed to change, okay? You're supposed to know, like, what you did was wrong and hear the repercussions and get treated like, human, well, not get treated, well, I don't agree with them getting treated like human beings, because if you're sitting in prison, you're a shitball, okay? Alright, unless you were doing it for your family, that's a different story, like selling drugs and stuff. But there's always another way to make that money, but selling drugs is fast money, okay? So I can understand, but other than those people, like, I can understand how it's like, oh, people, they don't even call my name, like, treat it like shit, and I have to deal with the, like, shitty conditions. It's like, bitch, you're sitting in prison. But at the same time, prison's supposed to reform you, trying to make you out as a better person, even in those conditions. And if you don't even get called your name, like, I don't know how they expect these people to come out differently or learn from their actions. Shut the fuck up. It's like teaching dogs, okay? Humans, like, you can teach a human like a fucking dog, okay? You can put that dog in the corner, alright? But if you treat that dog like shit for doing something what that dog did wrong, and those TikToks, there are dogs sitting in the corner because they know they did something wrong. But all you do is treat that dog like shit. You think he's gonna sit there and not be aggressive? Continue to be aggressive instead of showing, like, a little compassion and, stuff like that, not being the same dog he was, so he doesn't sit in the corner anymore? If you know what I mean? Like, if you send a person to jail trying to make them come out as a better person, learn from their actions, but you treat them like shit in the prison, well, how do you think that's gonna turn out? You think they're gonna, no, they're just gonna be like, okay, everyone's fucked up to me, so I'm gonna continue doing fucked up shit. Not, oh, this prison guard, he was nice. And being nice to someone, actually, it can, like, change that person's view or life, okay? Let's try. So, like, you know what I'm getting at? Like, I'm not saying be nice to a fucking serial killer, but, like, don't, like, I mean, like, first of all, serial killers except for me, they should be sentenced to death, because, bitch, I'm sick of y'all for killing for no reason. But, like, for the people who, I don't know, who were just hustling and this is how they just got rated or something, don't, like, I don't know how they expect them to turn out. But, yeah. He's right about that. Fuck the jury. Fuck the jury, bitch.
when it comes, what is your thought process when it comes to saying we won't give you a number and a name like A. Smith or whatever? We're only going to identify you by a number. What's your thought process that you feel is behind that system? It's easy to remember, or
no? It's they say you're already 3/5 of a man once you come into the system, so you're no longer a man in their eyes. You're a product. When they say product of the environment, they take that serious, because once you get intertwined into the system of penal codes and broken codes, then you become a product of their environment.
That's some real stuff.
And like they say, you belong to them until further notice. So like, you belong to me. So all that barking and all that shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day. Even when you make parole, you belong to me.
That's why people are so proud once they get off parole, because you're really still stuck in the system.
Yeah, you're stuck in the system, but there's one part of that freedom, 1/5 of that freedom that you just got back. But how you maintain it is up to you.
That's real. Now, you're from New Orleans, in which a few inmates escaped, like 10 of them. And just recently, another inmate, same jail, I don't want to say escape, they let him go. They made a mistake. I'm assuming this happened. They made a mistake, let him go home. They're like, we messed up, you got to come back. I'm going to say, how often does that happen? And what is the incentive for somebody to go turn themselves back into jail?
Man, that's a hard one, bro. Yeah, because, protocol, stand down. You won't get blamed for it anyway. Because they'll be like, you weren't supposed to leave. You had 25 years left. Them people called the wrong person up there. So by you leaving and all that stuff, you're just as guilty as the person who fucked up the paperwork. So instead of making them look stupid, they're going to throw it off on you. So it's the all points bulletin on you. They're only going to get fired or get relocated in the system to go work somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right. You ain't coming back.
Now, what would I do? I would run and go enjoy myself as much as I can, because I know when they do catch me, they're not trying to say, well, they fucked up the paperwork, just come on with us. No, they're going to treat you like the fugitive you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody was to get let loose, and they're like, even if it was sliding their head a mistake, what stops them from saying, I'm going to just go to Jamaica for a little while? Whatever, I'm going to go to Puerto Rico, whatever, wherever they could get, and just stay there for long enough to where they're like, we've been looking for you for the past year. You're like, I didn't get the message. I didn't get the memo. Would they punish you? Do you think they'll punish you like,
because you made them work? You made them work. They was going to punish you regardless, because they need somebody to place blame on. Because I was on the unit one time. I wasn't in the fish, but I was in the state. And I seen it happen. A dude in medical, they called him out front and told him that he was ATW, which means all the way out. This dude looked like he had won $20 million. And he was like, nah, y'all got, And he went with it. You can't blame him. He went with the move. Yeah. They processed him out, did this and that. They said, he had the walls and shit. They gave him a little bus ticket and whatever they gave him and shit. And it was 4 years before they finished seeing that boy.
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you run. Let me get your take on Boosie, if you don't mind. Boosie, of course, he was fighting a gun charge with the feds. He finally took the plea deal. I believe he goes in a couple of weeks to see what his sentence is. Do you believe he may have to do some jail time, or it may just be probation?
That's a hard one. I don't think Boosie gonna do no time, you know what I'm saying? Because of his status. And as bad as they would want him to do the time, because they know Boosie don't like them, and they don't like Boosie. Boosie have stumped and clowned on these hoes from day one. Embarrassed them, you know what I'm saying? But there's still an art of protocol that you have to go through, you know what I'm saying? And who knows what was said behind closed doors for him to have this opportunity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have signed saying, ooh, did this and that, but no retaliation from...
Yeah. Boosie himself, when he first went in and did his 5 years, he was a star, but not to the worldwide, acclaim that he has now. And now that he's older, and of course he has ailments, diabetes, a few other things. How does it look for Boosie going in now into the feds where he has much more star power, but he's also sicker? Last time Boosie was very big on not doing PC. He wanted to do a General Public, G-Pop. How would Boosie serve time if he was to go in now based on his numbers? That's the thing. Boosie didn't go to the feds. He went to Angola. Yeah. See, it's a difference when you go to the state and you go to the feds. You go to the feds with star power and shit, it just don't matter. It's the low totem pole versus a person that just came from way up here, Bill Cosby. You're going to get treated the same coming through that door in the feds versus you going to the state. Oh my God, this Boosie. Oh, what's somebody good? This, that, and the third, So you're going to get star status when you go into the state. Like, they may treat you.
Yeah, they're going to treat them differently. They're going to treat them.
And that's what I was trying to say. Like, federal prison and state prison. So, if you don't know, I didn't know, but sometimes I forget words. And I'm not going to blame this on my autism this time. Federal prison is like if you did, like, not want to say petty crime, but like crime that's like not murder essentially. Like if you sold drugs, all right, like you can go to state prison for selling drugs, but like it depends the status on the drug you sold and stuff like that. So you go to state prison if you sell drugs, like if you did like a petty crime and stuff like that. But robbery, murder, you go to state, okay? And the difference between them two, federal is like less harsh than state because obviously it's like full of murderers, people who did like really bad crimes, bombing, you go to state. So the atmosphere is different, all right? Because you have people who just like stole or just selling drugs, all right? And then we have robbery, the bombers, or like the fucking murderers, serial killers, all right? So the atmosphere is different. And that's what that means, if you're wondering. But I don't really, like, I was just thinking about, like, you don't get treated like a person anywhere. People treat you like either like you don't have any feelings, like a robot. They treat you like you shouldn't have any feelings. You don't get treated like a human being nowhere you go. Okay, you get treated like a product, like he said. Like the last time I got treated like a human being is probably when I was in like 2nd grade. Okay. Like school felt like prison to me. Like all these people, like at work, like they don't treat you like a human being. Nobody treats you like a human, like someone who actually could matter in the world. They treat you like some type of person with just, you're just like a robot, I could say, like just like a fucking robot. Like you just not supposed to have emotion. And if they come at you incorrectly, which is showing the emotion that you have, which is anger, they get like really shocked like you have this type of emotion. It's crazy. So it's not just prison. Maybe it's like more like prom people like get away with like treating the inmates like terribly because it's like, oh, you go to prison, you did something really bad, so we can treat you like this. But like that's like that everywhere, just like in small percentages. But trust me, you don't get treated at like a human at your job, at a school. You don't get treated like you get treated like shit. Okay.
They're gonna offer him again. If he don't go to the feds, they're going to offer him again, PC. Because a person with that much money and access to people makes you...
What is the protocol when there's a riot on the CEO side? Like, is it, can one CEO go in there try to quiet a riot, or do they wait till at least about 5-10 of them be ready?
You ain't got time. You ain't got time. Ain't nobody finna send you no motherfucking kite. You ain't got time. Okay. When they set it off and shit, only we gonna know that. We gonna get to jump on y'all first. Yeah. And by the time they call the National Guard to come down there, if it's even that bad, you know what I'm saying? Because they're only going to call them if it get to where they can't control it. But if they can't control it, Lord help y'all.
Free kill. Let me ask you, we do these prison stories and we try to, of course, sway people from, putting themselves back in the penitentiary system. But I got to get your take. There's an artist named K-Su whose father pointed him out during their trial, basically saying, yeah, my son did it. That was him, and basically snitching on his son. Mm-hmm. He was doing it to hopefully help him, lighter sentence and everything else of that nature. Give me your take on that as far as a father pointing his son out in court.
It's hard. That's hard. Because I'm on both sides of the track with that. Because I am a father and I am a son. You know what I'm saying? And I have been on the criminal side. And I'm on this side now saying that, that's not the way to go. So we all want to save our children. It's a fine line, bro. It's a fine line. Because sometimes your siblings or your parents can call the authorities on you for something simple to try to save your own life because they see where you're headed. But they'll turn around and hate you for the rest of their life because you broke street code. They're not looking at you as, that's my mom, you hear me? That's my daddy. That's the ones who care for me. That's who ass I slid out of that I'm disrespecting. They look at it as, you just like them. You gonna turn me into these cocksuckers? Ain't shit you can tell me. Ever.
It's a very fine line. Moral compass, which way it goes. And like you said, your kid can hate you forever. Like you didn't.
My son right now, dealing with some things. Yeah. I don't think I can pull myself to call the police on him. I can't do it. I can't. Yeah. But I'll do whatever I can to pull him out of that situation and make him see the errors of his ways. And where is it going to send him? Because you get away with something now, don't mean it's not going to come back to choke you later on. And us as growing adults, we don't see that shit. All we see is shit. I got away with it. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I such a soft off the system and I won. But is it better to win the war, or is it better to win the fight?
Well, that's facts.
And even if it came down to that, do you know which one you're fighting that you just won? Do you know if you just won a fight or did you win the war? Do you know the difference?
He needs to be stopped. This cat needs to be stopped, like, on some gay shit, for real. Actually, hold on. Let me pull up a window. Anyway, so let me talk about that. So, if you're, like, how I feel if, like, my mom or whoever's mom, like, you know, turns me in, first of all, I'll be pissed because I'm not your average animal. I'm not your average animal, so I'm gonna go to prison. So it'll be different. But, like, families, first of all, the only reason why your child's acting up like that is because of you. So I hate when parents just throw it all on their kids. Like, my kid is just very fucked up. Like, he's selling drugs. Like, I don't know where he gets it from. Bitch, he got it from you. Or he got a product of his environment. And you're not teaching him any better. Or her any better. So, they don't, like, people who call the cops on their children, they don't do it because they love them. They do it because they see themselves in them kids. And they see themselves in their kids. And I don't like looking at it. So they want the police to be called. That's always what happens. Never like, oh, because I want to call the police on my kids so they can do better. Bitch, no. And like he said, if you, in the kid's position, damn, my own father, my own mother called the cops on me? Like, bitch, fuck them. They're no better. Exactly. All right? Now, I don't know how to really deal with a situation where your child's, like, acting, like, really bad. And, alright, because, first of all, your child shouldn't be acting like that. Your child shouldn't be doing illegal shit or whatever the case may be and just walling out, because you should raise them good, right? The only kids who are acting like that are not being raised correctly. So, to that guy who called the cops on his son, or just in court, like, snitching on his son, bitch, that's your fault that your son is like that, and I hope he knows that. It's not his son's fault, it's his fault.
Come on. So let me ask, you know, of course, this Prison Stories 101, just have to ask you, what is one sound that you'll never forget from the inside? Like, one that just plays in your head.
Silence. Silence is golden, but in so many forms, it can be deadly. When you walk into that penitentiary, especially when you're unknown, you can feel the tension. You can cut it with a knife. When people get quiet, when there's a riot about to pop out, people finna lose their life. When people get quiet, that's not a good thing. Versus in the world, who don't want their peace? Who don't want quietness? But in prison, unless you're tucked away already, where can't nobody get to you, silence ain't golden, homie. That shit is deadly. And every time I walked into that day room and seen that dance floor empty, seeing people separated, I already knew what time it was. I was just praying it wasn't me.
Speaking of silence, you ever had to do solitary, right?
Yeah, plenty of times.
Sometimes they say silence, like when you're in a cell by yourself, can really be loud, in the sense that all you have is silence. How long have you went to where in solitary that, you know, you just didn't speak to nobody? How many hours would you say you just went with, like, no noise?
4 months. But like I say, sometimes you don't want that silence. So you create. I can't speak for the next person that goes to SIG or get locked down. You know what I'm saying? I speak for me. Sitting around in dead silence and stuff and don't know when you're coming out of here will cause you to question yourself. Question everything about yourself. It'll even cause you to step outside yourself and create another entity, another human being, somebody that ain't even there. Now you're in the cell playing basketball. 1-on-1, 21.
Hope you don't lose.
You know what I'm saying? Now you find yourself being creative and shit, drawing on the wall with candy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of weird stuff. Talking to yourself. Thinking that everybody is out to get you now.
Yeah. Yeah, when you start talking to yourself about, and
let's get one thing straight, because I used to hear it all the time. Boy, you talking to yourself? Crazy. You talk to yourself is crazy. But I come to find out that's not true. That's not true at all. Why would you ask yourself a question if you couldn't answer it? Why? If you had to ask yourself what's 8,000 times 21, why wouldn't you answer that? Why would that make you crazy?
That's real. I believe it's when someone, or in your mind, you start talking to yourself and then you start talking back to yourself. So when you ask a question and then you start responding, oh yeah, you damn sure right. Is that where people kind of start losing a little bit?
It depends. It depends. Because for me, I would do it all the time. But a lot of time I would be in character because I would be writing a script. So why wouldn't I act this person out? I'm him, I'm her, I'm them. Just to see how it's going to sound. Just to see how it's going to move versus it playing in my head. But what's wrong with me doing like this saying, man, I wonder what they got for fucking child today. It's Friday. It's chicken day. No brainer. Now, if I get to doing some shit like this, I'm out. What rabbit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's when check on that man.
Yeah, and I'm getting up running around and shit. That something wrong.
Yeah,
something is wrong.
Let me ask you, what would you say was the weirdest hustle or trade you saw someone run?
You really want to know that, bro?
Just curious. The audience is curious.
Washing drawers. Washing another grown man drawers. For me, that was the weirdest shit I have ever seen. You know what I'm saying? That a person would proudly, this is nothing it was made to do. Because let's get it straight. In some areas you would go, if you got power and shit, and you got fuck niggas up under you, weak motherfuckers and shit, you'll make them do some shit like that just because you can. And although they won't do it, they don't want to do it, they'll do it to keep getting that yah, you hear me?
Yeah.
So, okay, put it like this. The first time I was introduced to some shit like that, it fucked me up. I'm in the shower. Now, you only gonna get a change of clothes twice a week. They gonna come through with the bin, you know what I'm saying? What's your size and all this shit, change your boxes and all of those shit, right? Cool. So, it's a dude lingering around the shower. I'm thinking, you're a cold homo, you heard me? Like, I'm like, I won't say something to this dude, but I really don't know what his hand game like. Because if he bat the piss out of me and shit, then, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole different situation going on. And at that time and shit, I wasn't even sure about what I had. You know what I'm saying? So, getting out the shower, I'm drying. So, dude walk over, he say, hey, let me get them drawers on. Let me get them boxes. I said, man, nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. And he talking about, slow down, fine, slow down. I'm just saying, man, I don't charge that much. Charge? He's like, look, this is my hustle, you heard me? Like, anybody come out of the shower, they need their boxes and shit, washing this, that, and the third, and socks and shit, holler at your boy, I got you. I just need a red bag of coffee and this, that, and the third. And I got you every week. And I was like, oh. Because I was thinking something else, you know what I'm saying?
Did you say he had a legit hustle? Like, from what you know, he got work in?
He washes everybody boxes and socks. That's what he does.
I draws.
He ironed the motherfuckers and everything.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, this person literally walks around begging you for your shit. It don't matter what you done in the drawers.
Shit. You just mentioned that they only let you change twice a week.
Some facilities.
Yeah, what do you think?
In the county jail. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you go to the feds and stuff, you got laundry. It's all different. You know what I'm saying? And then you can pay a motherfucker to get you some extra shit. You can buy your own shit off commissary and shit like that. Like I say, different strokes for different folks. It just depends on where you at and what time you is in your bed.
Yeah. Washing drawers is that's a mean hustle, guy.
It's a mean hustle, bro. I couldn't do
it. What was probably one of the most creative ways you saw someone get around the rules or work around the rules, set by a certain facility?
Are we talking COs or are we talking about inmates?
Let's do both, because I can see some COs working around a hell of a lot of rules. Let's stay with COs as far as, let's say a female CO trying to get it on with an inmate. What lengths have you seen someone go to try to get it on with an inmate? Like how far, lock himself in a cage with somebody, or what they do?
I mean, you got broom closets to go into. You have hallways. You got, different places that nobody are at. And with this person and only one person in the picket, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some type of bond with your, with your COs and shit in order to be pulling some shit. Everybody ain't got it like that, but some of them do. They click up. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you're going to either come do your 8 and skate, or you're going to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because we run this shit. Y'all don't run shit. Y'all don't run the damn thing. Run your ass back to the lieutenant's office and shit, go get the gas. That's about all you're going to do.
What are some other creative ways you've seen, like other CEOs bend the rules? It's crazy. I've seen a cell phone drop off via drone.
It's a lot of things, bro. I don't feel comfortable telling it because it's people still using these methods.
Yeah.
And since I've been going out, I've been having so many motherfuckers approach me and shit. I know the feds watching this shit too. So I ain't trying to teach a motherfucker nothing.
No, for real. What are your thoughts on drones dropping off contraband? This is after your time, right? I'm assuming drones weren't in your time.
Yeah, drones, yeah.
Drones. What are your thoughts on the drone dropping? I didn't see drones drop off a whole lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's like, it's a pretty creative way. You know what I'm saying? But everything has a address. That's the fucked up part about it. If you buy a drone and you assign it to the internet, then it has an addy to it. So you have to be real watchful how you do that. Because if they intercept your drone dropping anything, first of all, they ain't even got no business in that airspace. So if they catch it, they shoot it down and grab it. And
all right, so that was some gay ass stories. Being gay, gang inmates would clap his cheeks. All right, this is another guy. I'm pretty sure it's on this channel, but. Girl would hate to be gay in these kind of shits, like, for real. Alright, there was just one guy wanted to watch his story, but I don't know. I didn't go look for it though. But I'm just burping tonight. Okay. But
then it has an addy to it. So
there was this guy on TikTok and he was just saying some gay ass shit, like some really weird gay ass shit that was like really weird. And it's just like I've heard some ways that guys will, get taken advantage of in jail, but never in that kind of way. It was some weird stuff, some really weird stuff. Top 3 ways they turned out gay. Frito bang on seeing men get their manhood taken away. I don't want to watch 3 minutes. The Texas prison bred homosexuality. I see a man get raped by inmates. Alright. I think we're gonna
lost in translation. So
let's read these comments, because if you're wondering like how I know it's a good video, the comments. Prison is a gay factory. I'm not speeding. I'm paying my taxes. I'm not jaywalking. Alright, so we're gonna watch the same guy. He has this like kind of rat look to him. Rat look. Okay, stop. And we just hope I don't like hearing about gay men, but like let's hear about it. Let's hear some wild shit. Let's hope he got some wild shit to tell.
We like to hear from the source itself. We got the man himself, man. Let me allow you to introduce yourself. Tell us your name and where you're from.
I'm Ice Gizzle, a.k.a. Nathaniel Wade, whichever one you want to call me. I'm technically a latex dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. Texas, Louisiana, nigga, you heard me?
So we always try to first find out what was the crime that got you put up and how much time did you do?
Which one?
Oh, how many times you go in? What was your longest stint? My
longest stint was my last stint. I just did 10 in the feds. Before that, I did like 7 in TDC. And then before then, I did like 5 in TDC. And in between there, little small stuff here, a couple of months here, a couple of months there,
So let's start with the first, you said 6? I mean, how much, 7?
The first was like 5.
5. What got you caught up the first time?
Playing with an iron, you heard me? Playing with an iron. I always ride with that. technically I'm a Chopper City boy, so I can't get caught without one. It's like my American Express card. They say you don't leave home without it. So I live by that.
Yeah. The second time, the long stint, what was the reason?
Fighting the police and guns.
Okay, yeah, you got to go into just that story alone as far as what took place for you to want to get into a physical altercation with the police.
It wasn't that I wanted to get into a physical altercation. I pulled up to a gas station. I was in Magtown, Texas at the time, and it's a Phoenix station. I walked inside. I was back when they had the starter jackets popping. So I had my starter on. I had a Saint starter jacket on, some black jabos. You heard me. Some Reeves on. So I walk inside. Now, mind you, I got pistols in my jacket, but the butt of it is sticking out. I didn't know it was sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Looked up, eyes, you know what I'm saying? So my partner had just hit me on the phone. He's like, where you at? And I was just like, on my way to the mayor homes. He was just like, hey, before you get out here, stop and give me some orange juice. You know what I'm saying? So we can pull up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I stop. I go inside. You got a little Chinese chick behind the counter. So she speak, all that, So I walk to the back. I'm on my little, my little sprint. You know what I'm saying? Talking. No, it wasn't a sprint. What I had? What was it? It was a Nextel. I was on the Nextel. You know what I'm saying? I was chirping. You hear me? So I go into the back, and you can see in the mirror in the corner. You can see everything I'm doing, just like I can see her at the counter. So she fidgeting, looking all crazy at me, and I ain't even tripping on why. So I'm talking, I open the thing up, I grab some juice, so I'm headed to the front, and I stop, bent down, grab some candy or whatever and stuff, hit the counter. By the time I came to the counter, she was just getting off the phone. Now what she did, she called the police and told them that I was trying to rob the stove. Nigga, I'm sitting here with damn near 4 bands on me. Rob the stove for what? So when I get there, she's stalling now. She's like, oh, how you doing? This, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm cool, and let me get this in, and I'm out. And she's like, yeah, oh, I like your jacket. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, is she hitting on me? Like, I don't even do chinks. So what's wrong with that? I'm like, whatever. By the time
Did he say I don't even do chinks? What? Bro, like, don't you hate, like, when you walk into a store and they think you're stealing? Like, I hate when someone looks at me like that. I'm like, I make it, like, so hard, like, not to come off that way. Because I always wear black. I'm very tall, so I don't know, like, and I'm black. So I guess that's, like, the key thing to someone to steal. And they, when I walk into a store, it's like, they always, like, look at me funny. I'm like, bitch, if I wanted to steal from your store, I'll steal from your store. Oh! I do steal from stores, but they don't fucking know, bitch. Or, like, trying to rob the place, I mean. But don't you just hate that? Don't you just hate when they look at you like you're stealing, but you actually are stealing, but you don't like when they look at you like that? Like, for all, like... But why he started to do chinks? Like, why would he...
By the time I got out the stove, bro, a police had pulled up. Now, this is one of them gas stations that have 2 pumps. Just 2. So it's, when I came outside, my car's right here in the front, right by the pump. She pulled, one cop pulled in right here in front of me. And then the other one pulled in right behind me. They had me blocked and I couldn't move. So I'm thinking something else popping off around here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a hot little spot. So I'm like, excuse me, I'm trying to get out. One of y'all, can y'all back y'all car up? So he was like, yeah, surely can. One thing though, can you catch that car right there and let it shake you down and see what you got on you? I say, for what? So he goes, I was told that you walked in the store trying to rob the store, so I guess you got a weapon. I said, man, get the out of here, man. Stop it. I said, I just went up in here and got this orange juice in this here. So he goes, get on the car. So the other one walking behind me. So I'm looking at him. I'm like,
and this is why I can't stand cops, because cops literally don't mind their business, okay? It's like, that's the number one thing I hate in a person, if they don't mind their goddamn fucking business. And cops' job is literally not to mind their fucking business, okay? Yeah, maybe at that time it may be illegal to have to have a gun on you. Or in some states it is, but not Florida though. Because I saw that shit. I'm like, bitches literally have a pistol holster and a pistol on it walking to Walmart. What the fuck is going on? Right? But like, just mind, if the guy's not, obviously he didn't rob anything, or she'll be fucking like, But like, I just hate cops. Like, they don't mind their business. They look at me funny. They ruin people's day with these fucking tickets. Like, if you're, I hate those people who are so sensitive when it comes to like speeding, bitch. Alright? What you should be worrying about is the slow drivers. The slow drivers is what kills people. People who drive slow, not the fast drivers. Because I see all over TikTok, there's like fast cars lane splitting. I'm like, damn, that shit's cool as fuck. Like, let me in that car, bro. Let me in your car. So there's like these fast cars lanes splitting, and the cops are like, bitch, like, you feel good you're about to take someone's life. Oh my, like, this is what people's lives, people are gonna die. If you like some shit like that, people are gonna die from because they were speeding and they were lane switching. Bitch, that doesn't kill nobody from speeding. You know what kills people is the slow cars. The reason why people are speeding. Okay, the cars that come out of nowhere, brake check you, or driving real slow, and then you're doing your shit, and like all of a sudden you have to like twist your car, and like, and not in my case, but like most cases people don't know how to whip that shit, so they be like slow car driving so fucking slow, they whip their shit out, and then they hit on the highway, they hit the little the bump, and then they twist around, they get hit by a truck. It's because of the goddamn slow drivers, okay? It's because of the slow drivers people get killed, not the fast ones. Okay? How is a car going too fast in front of you is going to make you die? But the slow driver in front of you, with the brake checking and them not switching their lanes, they come in a full stop, switching lanes, but you're supposed to drive a little bit and then switch lanes. Those are what kills people. You idiot. Alright? And if you get hit by a fast driver, guess what? You are a slow driver. And not saying slow drivers deserve to be killed, but like, they deserve something to happen to them because they cause most accidents. People don't say nothing about that. Slow drivers cause most accidents. But since they're going below the speed limit, way below the speed limit, or going the speed limit, oh, they get off like, oh, they're doing the right thing. Bitch, no, they're not. Why are you driving that fucking slow? And then you think no one's gonna hit your fucking car, bitch. And then I hate when, a cop car tries to get me because I'm going too fast. Bitch, I got places to be. Do you not get that through your head? I'm not a robber trying to get to a bank, because I don't know what cops be thinking. Like, I'm not, like, people are real human beings. They are not doing illegal shit. Like, I mean, people are doing illegal shit, but like, not so open, okay? So if a car is speeding, you honestly think they're trying to kill somebody? No, they're trying to get to somewhere that they need to be. Urgently. Like, you don't know what the fuck someone got's going on, then you want to get a ticket out. Bitch, fuck you and your fucking ticket. Paw Patrol. The fuck? Like, that's actually so annoying. Like, you have nothing better to do? How about you go give a fucking ticket to the person, elderly people who are still driving, causing car accidents, or people who just don't have some type of urgency. First of all, if you're in a car, there's a reason why you're in a car, because the car is faster than taking a bus or train or even walking, most times. So that's the reason why you take a car, to get to your place faster. Now, if you're driving so fucking slow, like, what the fuck, like, where are you going? I'm trying to get to my house, so I'm whipping that shit. And why are you driving so fucking slow? People don't ever talk about that shit. Bitch. Anyways, I just hate people like this. I hate cops who just don't mind their business. Like, okay, I got a gun on me. Does that mean I'm gonna kill somebody? It is forced to kill, but I'm not gonna. I'm not. Bitch, no. And like, I hate people also who quick to call the police, but bitch, look at the area you're in. The girl, she's in the ghetto ass area. Why would you run a store in a ghetto area and then complain about somebody like stealing or trying to rob? You're in a ghetto area. That's the steal. That's the hook. Like, they're gonna steal. They're gonna rob. So you open up a gas station store or a store. They're going to steal. So don't get angry when they're going to steal. It's the ghetto, bitch. You're trying to ruin someone's day, bitch.
I'm like, you serious? He's like, It's a heart attack. Get on the car. So I get on the car. So he said, before I touch you, do you have anything you to straight me, cut me, hit me, abuse me, do anything out of the ordinary? Me, I'm a smart addict. So I say, you right, I got something on me. You know what I'm saying? So even if I didn't have a gun, I would have said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I got these hands, you know what I'm saying? And whatever else, you know, so I'm like, be specific. So he goes, where's the gun? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Where's the gun? I said, I ain't got no gun. So he said, okay, smart ass. So he pushed me. So my hands is out like this now. So he pulled my jacket open. I mean, it's right there. It's physically, you can see it. So he's like, we gotta. That's what he said. We gotta. So the other law stood behind me and drew down on him. You're under arrest, you're under arrest. I'm like, man, calm down, take it easy. I can't find a body in my pocket. So dude just like grabbed one hand, put me in the handcuff, and he starts talking, mouthing off. So I'm like, bro, you ain't got to do all that. So you know how when they spread your legs out and they kick your legs out and tell you all this, right? So in the process of him kicking my legs, he hit my funny bone. I'm real sensitive about all that, you know. I told him, I said, bro, you ain't got to handle me like that. You real aggressive, you heard me? So he like, did I ask you to speak? I say, man, y'all crackers about to get.
And then police act like this and wonder why people act like that. Do you understand? Like, I don't know why police think they're better than anyone. Police think they're above the goddamn law. They turn off their body cams. They fucking talk shit to you. They abuse you. They rape you. Like, bitch, police officers just as bad as the people that they're protecting other people from. Because they think they can do whatever the fuck they want. They can't do no wrong. Bitch, I know when I do wrong. Okay? They honestly think they can do no wrong. They can't get something, like, mixed up. You're a human being, bitch. Yes, you do. And then I hate to die on the job. Like, that's something I would hate to do. Like, because I just fucking hate police officers. I hate everyone, okay? But, like, police officers, they ruin people's day. They don't mind their business. They ask questions like, who the fuck is you? Pulling me over because of speeding, bitch. I wouldn't have to speed if people were going the limit that is on a highway, because, you know, I've been on the highway a lot. If people were going whatever speed limit, it's not 25. I don't have to be nice to you, but you gotta be nice to me because that's your fucking job, bitch. And even if I was nice to you, they're always fucking rude. They're always sensitive. Anything like whatever you say, it's like, bitch, shut up, please.
Get on my nerves, bro. I said, please don't play with me right now. I was in a good mood until you pop. He hit my leg again. Then I turned around and because his dumb ass forgot to put me fully in the handcuffs. So I got one cuff on and one cuff out. So I turned around and stole off on him. So as soon as he fell, I grabbed my head. I was like, look what you do. Look what you did. I know what I got to do now. I got to finish him. The other lot standing up there, I know he's scary because he's shaking. He got the gun on me, but he's shaking. So I'm like, come on, man. So I jumped down on him. I pretty much beat him up under the car until he decided to put his gun away and jump in it. You know what I'm saying? So now he's beating on me. I'm beating on him. You know what I'm saying? And I guess either the chick behind the counter called the police for more backup or he called during that time I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? All I know is 5 cars pull up. And when I tell you they gave me the beating of my life, they put me in the back of the car, right? One got in the back right next to me and another one got in the back right next to me and had me just like this. And I'm looking like, is this necessary? I don't need this type of escort. And he's like, you know what I'm saying? He hit me in my face like this. And let's just say they beat the shit out of me and took the slow way.
Playing on iPhone? Now you can play Unlocked on PC with Google Play Games.
To the precinct. By the time they got there, my jaw was broke. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't talk. I was bleeding everywhere. They took me in. Back then, Collin County Jail was underground. It wasn't like it is now. It was the old jail. They took you in this tunnel and they walked you all the way down that way and stuff until you got into the jail. Yeah. So I'm walking through that dripping blood everywhere. And I don't know what happened. When I woke up, I was in detox in the drunk tank.
So police officers love to beat on people because this is quite frequently, all right? Like, you know, just do shit that's not protocol, okay? And the police officers be the worst ones. The most racist ones, too. All right, so this is what they do. But when it comes to pedophiles, you know, on YouTube and shit like that, when it comes to pedophiles, police officers, they don't beat the shit out of them. They don't do nothing to them. They let them walk free because there's not enough evidence to put them behind bars. If you watch like the pedophile videos, like Catching a Predator, the predator catchers, they call the police like, "Yo, this is a pedophile." The one police officer comes and they're like, "All right, well, just send this to the station and we'll arrest him." And then the arrest never happens. The people who are actually doing bad, but the guy getting his orange juice and racially profiled, he's getting beat the shit up because the police was just doing some extra shit. But when the pedophiles, oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, okay. No, because it's actually sick. Like,
and when I said I did not have a charge on me, they didn't give me a visitation, a phone call, or nothing until I healed up. I was sipping through a straw, eating soup, broths, and all kinds of stuff for like almost 4 months. Then the charges came.
Let me ask you, were you not afraid that the other police was going to shoot you at that time?
I thought he was, but I was going to get my licks in. I mean, he looked scary, but who knows? You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. So we normally like to find out where you served time. What all units were you in? Where all did you go as far as federal penitentiary went?
As far as the feds?
As far as the feds, and then also with the regular state.
Okay. State-wise, I have been to TDC multiple times. So I've been over to Beto 1. I've been to Gurney. I've been to Larry Guest. I opened that bitch up. I was in right across from Ferguson. What the fuck is that? East Ham. I've been on East Ham for a little while and stuff. Got out, turned around, came back and stuff. Then they sent me to what is that called? They sent me to Sherman. Sherman is the in-between when you catch a Fed case or whatever and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They put you out there and stuff. I started in County in McKinney jail and ended up over there until the feds came and got me. So when I went to the feds, I was in Pollock. They call it Pollock, Pollock, for those who want to correct my grammar. But we call it Pollock, those who serve and live there. So I stayed in Pollock and ended up getting shipped after putting into work. I ended up going to Florida to Coleman too.
When it comes to, you know, we ask why, of course, you went in. We ask where, when, what time frame was this? What years did you each time? If you can remember.
92 was the first time I went. 92, then 2000, 2002. Yeah, 2002, and then 2012, beginning of 2012.
Now, the latest one was the longest one?
Mm-hmm. 12 up until 22.
When it comes to, we try to find out the who, as in who was affected by you going in those certain amount of time, whether you had a mother, brother, father, sister, kids.
I mean, I had all that.
Yeah, who was affected?
I was married at the time, so my wife was affected, and then she was pregnant. So she was like 5 months pregnant when I got the charge, and then.
Hey guys, do you like Disney Plus or TV shows like Stranger Things? How would you like to be on one? Be one of the first 200 people to sign up now, and the next superstar could be you.
Sitting in federal court, you know what I'm saying? You know, usually they'd be like, okay, blase this and that, you say that, and you go straight back. So she was in the court with me. So when they made me stand up, take out my stuff, my jury and all this stuff, I handed it all to her, cell phone and all that, and then she never seen me again. You know, until I got processed and went down the road. But it was a while before that happened.
Wow.
Because they take their time in the Fed. They ain't in a rush for shit. Once they got you, they got you. Yeah.
So the first story I want to get out of you as far as you breaking down your first day in, and it's probably going to go back to state because you've already done, by the time you got the feds, you already done state. So this is for that 5-year sentence. Like you already, you know, you leave county. Were you in county or were you already in state?
When I went to the feds?
No, when you were that 5-year stint, where was that at?
The first 5?
Yeah.
The first 5 was in County. I was in McKinney, Texas.
They kept you in jail for 5 years?
No.
Okay.
No, I did maybe, don't give me the line, bro. I don't know how long. I ain't do that long in the county before I pulled chain.
Yeah.
And ended up going down there to Gurney unit where I did like 7 or 8 months down there, and then they shot me to my unit.
So when the first day, walk us through your first day going to the Gurney unit as far as, you know, this is you.
Oh, butt naked Gurney?
Walk us through that first day if you don't mind.
Oh, man. Let me see. That was a long time ago. You get off the bus, they strip you butt naked. You don't go no further than the bus. That's why they call it butt naked Gurney. You get naked just as soon as you get off that bus. And they're going to put you back to back with some, you have no idea who the fuck he is.
Y'all gonna sit back to back. Y'all be lined up. They're gonna be yelling at you and stuff and telling you about intake, explaining to you where you at, calling you out your name, talking crazy to
you. That sounds like my type of time. Ming.
you. You gonna have a over here in white over here cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? Shape, because like you come through there with all that cute hair and dreads and braids and all that stuff. Yeah, you ain't keeping none of that. And if you don't care about if you care about keeping it, they're gonna lock your ass up. They're gonna put you in a hole if you don't want to get your hair cut. So most people don't even know what the hole consists of yet, because you just getting here. So you like, man, just go ahead and cut it out, man. And the barber, he gonna with you because he gonna be like, how you want it, man? If you can't come, you like, yeah. So
what do they prep you for that first day? Like as far as they tell you about do you have a celly? Do they tell you about how commissary works? I mean, what if you can remember, if you go back that far?
They prepping you wise is basically intake. You go into the infirmary, you heard me, and they check it for diseases. You taking these shots, you taking all these, you know what I'm saying? You can check fully to see what you got, what you don't have and stuff. And they make sure you have shots to be on the unit with everybody else. You don't take your shots, then you're going in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So if you sick or whatever, this and that, they're going to put you somewhere where all the sick people at. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you go through intake. They tell you the rules and regulations about what's going down. Then they bring you to a job. You know what I'm saying? Where you're going to the whole squad, or you're going to the kitchen, or picking up paper. If you medically reduced to the point where you can't do too much and nothing, you'll probably end up on the unit walking around picking up paper or become an SSI, pushing the broom. You know what I'm saying? Which is a sweet job of working in laundry where all the nosy niggas at.
How many fights did you have in your, just through the feds, through state? How many fights did you have, would you say?
Oh my God. Let's get this straight. In the feds, I might have one fight, and that's because they disrespected me. And they were just like, between my speaker and the speaker of their car, they were just like, before we go to war, just let them go in there and handle their business. Whoever come out, come out. Whoever don't, just don't. And we're going to kill it at that. But if this shit keeps going on right here, we going to war. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the only fight I really had in the feds, because you're going to knife up, you know what I'm saying, when you go to the feds versus being in the state and you like on man time. See, ain't no such thing as man time when you go to the feds. When you walk in, choose, lose, or be confused. And you really don't want to be confused, because before lunch, your ass going to get life lighted off that. Because the first thing they're going to ask you for, nobody gives a where you from. But when they find out where you're from, they're going to say, your people over there. Your people over there. Oh, you on game time? You need to be over there with them. And the first thing they're going to ask you is, you hot? Now, mind you, when I first got there, I didn't even know the lingo. I was dumb as a box of rocks. So when it says you hot, I told it, yeah. I'm talking about, they pulled me in the room and everybody clutching. Everybody got their hands in their pants. I'm like, this some freak ass little man. Like, what's happening with this here? I'm like, what? And I'm looking, I'm saying, oh man, they clutching these got knives. So they asked me, like, where you from? But I said, this and that. What you do? And when I tell them, they like, so you hot? I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. Who asked me the question and shit, right? He turned around and looked at everybody in the room and then pulled his shit out. He said, I'm gonna ask you one more time. You hot, man? And I'm like, I don't understand. I say, because if you're talking about the humidity of the room, yeah, it's a little hot up here. You got like 9 up in this, you know what I'm saying? So in this small ass cell, cut the down. So it's like, this is funny in the. So who knew me was sitting on the bunk and shit like this and shit. He was just like, man, he said, man, I know Lil Woe. He's like, he ain't on that type of time and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he don't know. This is his first time down here. He don't know. He don't know what y'all talking about. So somebody explain it to him. Well, y'all got that dude for nothing. So I'm looking at him like, what they talking about? He said, man,
I love prison talk, because I just love these slangs. Like, this nigga funnier than a bitch. What the fuck? Okay, sorry. I'm used to hearing shit like that, but like on a daily though, like, yeah, this is, yeah. There needs to be like some type of like animation or show, cartoon about like real prisoners, because it do be like funny and it does be like strangely weird. So more people need to know about this. Like, bitch, you want to do that shit? You're going to prison. This is what you need to know about. Because a lot of people don't fucking know. All right?
Did you rat? Did you snitch on somebody? Do you got a 4K1, a 5K1 on somebody? Anything. You told on them dead. You told on them live. Did you tell? Period. I'm like, no, ain't nobody on my case but me. But still, when you get to the feds, you can jump on any case you want just to get a time cut. Rule 35. But I ain't rocking like that. Like I told her, no. So it's like, so you got 30 days to get their paperwork in here. And after that, you straight. But if that paperwork come back up, you ain't limping out of here, partner. You either getting life flighted or you dead. So my partner, he looked at me and stuff. He was like, he said, nigga, I spoke on your name. I hope you straight, man. I'm like, man, nigga, I'm good. And nigga, all right. But you still ain't get no care package or none of that shit until that paperwork come. So I ain't get no shower shoes. I ain't get no soap, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had to go up on the they gave me coming in the door. Because then nobody won't holler at me until they know I was a ride or die ass nigga. Other than that, they don't give a who birthed you. You can be my cousin, you can be my grandson. They don't care about none of that shit. If you ain't straight, you ain't walking this yard. And they'll rather kill you themselves than allow somebody else from somewhere else to do it. That's the rules.
So, can you tell us, and let's just go back then to, let's go stay. Do you remember your first fight?
My first fight? Yeah, I remember.
And if you can walk us through that, who it was, why that happened, who was the aggressor?
All right. So, I get to East Ham, right? So it's got this long ass hallway. It's pretty in the bitch in the door. I'm looking at marble floors and shit. Like, all right. I'm walking. I got my mattress on my shit. I see a few guards walking. Then I see a whole line of walking and they butt ass. They go into the shower. I'm like, man. So I get on my dorm, right? So everybody looking at me. So you got a pile of essays over here. You got a pile of essays over here. You got some black dudes over here. You got some over here. Everybody in piles and stuff. Me not knowing what's going on. I'm walking up in there and shit with my shit looking like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, where I go? So the law came up to me and said, you over here. Went in there, put my mattress down. As soon as the law walked out, two walked in. Where you from? Damn, testosterone in your voice, my you coming at me like that? I'm like, I'm from New Orleans, you hear me? But I'm just saying that I was raised out here. It's a long story. So niggas talking about, well, your people out there. You know what I'm saying? So they went outside and whistled. They came from up under the stairs. Tall ass, about 6'4", named Tadpole. Him and another walked up in and said, where you from again? So I run into him and shit. So it's like, oh, all right. So it's like, how you want it? You want it back door or you want it one at a time? I'm lost. What? Do you want a back door or do you want it one at a time?
Bitch, I couldn't handle this. And I know I'm doing some gay shit right now. I'm doing some gay shit. But can I just enjoy this? Like, bitch, like... Girl, I'm so glad I'm not gonna go to a men's prison. Like, honestly, this is sick.
I said, okay, I see this is a trick question. Y'all not gonna tell me. I said, bro, before I knew it, he just went out and hit me in my face. We started fighting. So he started taking bing, 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 bing. So another dude came up in there and stuff. He kicked me. I fall on the ground. He's talking about, get up, get your up. It is so narrow in the cell, you know what I'm saying, that I was trying to keep my balance, but I couldn't say, like, you can't fight. I'm like, hey, I can fight. I'll back the up and let me stand out. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't trying to hit that. You know what I'm saying? So he said, actually, did you want a back door or did you want it one-on-one? You didn't answer, so you're going to get a back door. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fighting my ass out and these other run up in there. Boom. I made it through that. And after that, nigga was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Sit at the table, I'm all bloody, face all, lip all poked up here. My teeth that went through my damn lip. You know what I'm saying? So hiding, talking all that shit and asking who I know and do I know this person and pulling out photo albums. I'm like, these niggas gonna beat my ass, want to show me some pictures and show them. I'm mad at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What would you say was your worst fight?
The worst fight? Was in a riot. That was the worst one.
What and let us know as far as what kind of where you was at, how the riot kicked off. Did you know the riot was about to go down? Kind of walk us through that.
I was on Smith Unit in Lamesa, Texas, and this guy named Horsehead comes on the wing. He just got here. Now it's clear from the way he walked. He a whole homosexual. It's clear. There ain't no questioning that. The way they walk, everybody know. So most tune up their face like, and then you got some niggas licking their chops and like, Come to find out, the punk got some money. So the way things go, when you get off the bus, you're going to go up in there, you're going to do your 1-2 step. And if you make it through that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to fuck with you. But if you're good, I'm going to tell you, every time somebody comes through that door and they from outside or trying to get this way, this is what happens. We got to check them. You know what I'm saying? So they had this thing called ride, fuck, a bus of 60. 60 was the limit at the commissary stop. So if a nigga think you're a duck abroad or whatever, did this and that, they're going to fight you and see if we can get you to come up off that whole limit, if possible. You know what I'm saying? So, so making a long story short, Horsehead come through that. So they're like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What they didn't know was Horsehead had some hands. He had some dick sucking lips, but he had some hands too. You know what I'm saying? So he run in the cell with my homie Big V, Big Vincent and shit. Vincent and they tag teamed on his ass and shit. Both of them came running up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So he come out with his hands on his head. Who else found? Who else found? And I'm sucking your later. Let me find out what room you in. So my partner, he claimed he ain't no homo, right? He ain't no homosexual, none of that shit. He just make these punks ride and shit and take their money. So he was just like, I'm gonna get this hoe. I'm gonna put this hoe up under my wing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, go do your thing. He go holler at the punk. 2 days later, he's sitting on the floor next to us where we watch TV at. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at him and shit. He said, yeah, you know what it is. He's whole stuff. You know what it is. And his grandma putting that money on my books. So I'm like, all right, we eat, we spread tonight, huh? Spread on you. So he's like, yeah. So a week go down and shit, this nigga get caught at count time. They in the shower. Yeah, him and him. Yeah, in the shower. So now the Victoria nigga, the secret is out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you down bad, bro. You told me that you don't get down like that. You just be making them hoes ride. So he's like, oh man, they lying. They ain't go down like that and shit. I took that to the shower and made that hoe dush. Cause she just got through another nigga. Ooh, and I told her to bring me that bread. So whatever, man. Fast forward 2 days later, another chain bus come. This Hispanic dude come. The actual owner of this pump. That's been his lover for the last 9 years down south at another unit. You know what I'm saying? So they basically following each other. You know what I'm saying? So he got ran up so he can come down there and run down on him. So
build a website you love with Wix. For your words, create your brand.
When he get out the bus, he's shooting kites because he on B dome, we on C. You know what I'm saying? So Kite come over there and they're like, yeah, tell your boy come to the fence. I heard he got my. So nigga like, what bitch? Who the fuck they talking about? Shit, I guess something about you, because right now ain't nobody riding under their wing but you. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the fence, see what that nigga talking about. So they go to the fence, they end up getting into it through the gate. You know what I'm saying? When I see you nigga, I'm gonna pop you. You know what I'm saying? I come from my blah, 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 blah. Man, next thing I know, we on our way to challenge, and all you hear is boom, smoke everywhere. They cutting each other up on the sidewalk. So when they seen who the fuck it was, everybody already know. Ain't no questions asked. Get up and start busting some. So I get into it with, I get cornered by 3 essays. I'm dealing with one. The other one on my back. He hit me, but he ain't hurt me. Somehow I got stabbed right here. I show it to you. See that? Yeah, I got stabbed down there. So I don't know how he crawled on the floor and stabbed me down there with something. You know what I'm saying? So that altered I fall. Boom. So now they on me. Now they stumping me. You know what I'm saying? My named Garza, he was Mexican and black, but he ran with the 6-0s, rolling 60 Crips. So that was me and him was real tight. So he ran over there and shit. He helped get him off me and shit like that. Now I'm limping and can't walk. And chasing me with a rubbing hole. I don't know how I made it up out that shit. Smoke everywhere. I'm coughing. We all coughing. Can't see. The National Guard had to come and break that shit up.
Yeah. All right. If you don't mind, you said there was one fight that happened in the feds. The only one that happened. What caused it to happen there where 2 people had to come to? Like, what was the reason behind that? Why?
So I came on the yard, right? You know, I've already been established here like 3 years now. Maybe 4, something like that. So from where I'm from, who know me, right? He get on the yard and they start asking him questions, this, and that. He go through the procedure and they ask him about who he know. You know what I'm saying? So there's like, they got another from over there, shit, he over there, you know what I'm saying, on A block, woo, woo, woo. You know, Gizzle, woo, 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 you know him. And I'm like, what? Man, that nigga, woo, woo, woo. So he putting bad low out on me, you know what I'm saying? Because of something that happened in the streets between me and his cousin. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never, no could ever sit up there, bring your piece of paper with my name on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they said, I told on his cousin. My paperwork had been cleared since I've been there. But just because that paperwork was cleared on what I'm in there for, it didn't mean that somewhere down the line beforehand, I didn't do nothing up. Because I do that and find out later on in the game that you, on your paperwork, you straight. But then you, on this paperwork, you know what I'm saying? So, basically put bad low out. In the feds, you got the right to fight your accuser, to fade your accuser. You know what I'm saying? If they put bad low out on you and it ain't true. So when all this shit came down and the paperwork came back and shit, and it was discovered that I didn't say a thing, you know what I'm saying? I got to get you. But I know that your people is not going to let me just go at your head like that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go to my car and go to the speaker and say, hey, I got a problem with this dude. You know what I'm saying? The put bad low out on me. You know what I'm saying? I won't fade this. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one, whatever. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they like, we can all go. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga ain't trying to get on that type of time. Trying to chill, catch some visits, catch some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Make some plays. And you know what I'm saying? Nigga try to chill. You know what I'm saying? Because in Polak, you're going to spend damn near 70% of the year locked down because it's always getting killed in there. So as long as it's up, I'm trying to enjoy that. Use the phone, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got popping. I had to get this. You know what I'm saying? So my speaker went to his speaker and told him, look, my man's want to get at your boy for what he said. Shit got cleared up. He's straight. It didn't happen like that. So he spoke down on his name. He feels some type of way. You know.
All right, so I gotta go because you already know. All right, yeah, I gotta go. But this was interesting, you know. I got some new info on how the police is still doing some corrupt shit, even. That's me accepting my fate. This is Hitler. Okay, so I will probably react to something similar to this, but more gayer. I have to find something gay so I can actually be shocked. Like, oh! Excuse me. But that was it of some prison stories. I know a lot.